Hello, everybody, and welcome to Athletic Definition. My name is Coach Ray Z, and this is a very special episode for me because this is episode 30. And we got some new toys to play with here at Fireside. And this is my second time attempting to do a live stream with YouTube, and it's just giving me some sort of error signal, and I can confirm because I changed my password that it's correct. So I'm sure eventually I'll figure it out, but I wanted to definitely try it today. But we'll see what happens for the future and how that goes. But basically, I just want to thank everybody for joining and showing support. Prior to Fireside, I just always had a thought of having my own podcast, but I knew I would need like some equipment and it's time consuming, and I've known people who had previously tried it and basically at the time had more extra funds than me to pursue hobbies because it is expensive depending on, I mean, like anything else, you can go lower end and still put out a good quality show. Like for me, I don't have any professional mics like a lot of people right now. I'm just using regular earbuds, but I don't want to let that stop the creative process or anything like that. You could just make excuses or just start creating it. That's pretty much why I wanted to see, kind of being newbie to this. I forgot to put it on do not disturb. And then thanks to the new Apple update, everything's kind of changed around as well. Uh, but yes, getting back to just my experience of becoming a podcaster, I'm more of an athlete coach than anything else. Uh, but I know that I can reach more people, just through a podcast. And that's what I wanted to do. And in this amount of time, I've reached 5 countries through my podcast, which I'm very excited about. I think for some people, maybe that goes away after a little bit. But for me, the fact that I'm reaching other countries is amazing. So I would like to thank all my listeners out in Germany that have been listening to my podcast, everybody in the UK, everybody in the Philippines, and of course, all the love in the United States I've been getting. Uh, in the United States, I've hit 18 countries so on my podcast. So I'm very excited and happy, and I would love to hit all 50 states, of course, and then in California, which that's where I'm from, Cali Love, I definitely have been getting the support from there, and uh, to me, I got access to Fireside late May, and I think like everybody else, maybe wasn't quite sure what to do with it, and then I heard some people had been podcasting for a while, and they were just talking about how difficult it is, and then I mean, we all know there's other social medias out there. I hear other people talking about just how difficult it is and how difficult it is. And who do you think you are, Joe Rogan? And you think you're just going to get $100 million deal? And to be honest with you, I would love to make money off this, but this is a passion project for me. I really enjoy what I do. I love talking, fitness, working out, and the show will evolve. Right now, I'm just bringing on a bunch of different guests, and the audience has to get to know them. And then in the future, we can get into different types of conversations as well. But since this is episode 30, and when I first started podcasting, I learned that most people don't even get past I don't know, I think 10 episodes, 10 to 15 episodes. So uh, my first episode officially went out on June 12th. So it's been a short but incredible journey. I've had some people reach out to me because of the podcast, which is something new for me. And I've also had, I think within like my first couple guests, I had, someone tell me that people reached out to them and offered them sponsorships and things like that. And to me, that makes it even more exciting because it's not like I've been doing it long or have a large audience, but that someone would even reach out uh, because of something that I created through an idea that I've had a long time. And just, uh, I think like a lot of people here who joined were hesitant at first and afraid. This is a completely new to me. And then the camera came, and I'm like, well, just something else to practice at and get better. I love putting myself in uncomfortable situations. So I've learned that through martial arts, especially jujitsu. And then I actually, would go to a bunch of TV show auditions. So I learned that the more uncomfortable you are, you just kind of learn to be comfortable in that environment. The more you put yourself into it. And so I've come a long way from episode 1 to episode 30. And I wanted to just really show support. At the end of the day, as I said, this is a passion project. And when it's all said and done and, dirt's being buried on me. It's not going to be about the certifications or the positions I've held, the any sort of titles. It's uh, for me, if I could inspire people and leave a better world behind, that anything that I could try to do, right now everybody's there's a bunch of negative news, Well, it's our responsibility to change it. Let's put out the positive news, and I really not that I don't follow politics or what's involved, but I don't really like to have those type of conversations. At least on this show, I just want to talk about fitness, releasing your stress, working out, feeling good, feeling healthy. Uh, as you get older, being mobile. That's pretty much it. And it could start with something as basic as a lot of people may not even know where to start. They put on a lot of weight during COVID. I maybe I don't see it as much because I hang around a bunch of uh, people that are like me, that work out a lot and love to work out. But from what I heard and read, I think it was like the average person gained about 29 pounds. So I would just start off with walking, and just going out. And I spent nice time today in the backyard, walking backwards. I did that for 10 minutes, let the sun hit me. In California, it rained in the morning, so it wasn't too hot or too cold, and just really enjoying the basic things. And that's a great way to start. And for me, one thing that always motivated me to work out is watching sports. My passion for sports and trying to mimic what I saw on TV. I know a lot of people like to watch sports, but don't actually like to go out and compete in them or do them. Um, and maybe it's because of intimidation, like basketball can be intimidating. Um, but you can, if you really love something, you can just go out and, by yourself, shoot some baskets, work out, and don't let anything deter you or that. I know because I worked at like three major gyms and a small MMA gym, and I know for a lot of people, it's just the whole intimidation of walking in the door. It's kind of like once you work out, it's that whole getting out the door to start your workout, to go to the gym. If you go to the gym now, with COVID and everything's changing, some people are still working out at home. And in the future, with all the options that Fireside are providing, we'll see what happens. But it's also the holiday season's coming up. I love the holidays. I think as I get older, I appreciate them, and I am aware of a lot of where these holidays originate from. But to me, it's just time to spend with family. And as time passes, I really enjoy spending time with family more than anything, and friends. And when I say spending time, I don't mean like we're all just looking at our phones, sitting at the dinner table. I mean actually having like moments of quality time with your family. And uh, it could be anything from just enjoying a meal, which is something that will be coming up in Thanksgiving and a lot for Christmas. If you don't get offended by that term, but yeah, I love Halloween. So we'll see if I can do some Halloween episodes and coming up in the future. I did it last year. It was the first time I did a whole Merry Fitness series. It was basically every day fitness tip for the whole day of Christmas, and I want to kind of add to it. I'm thinking of what I can do on Fireside to. It's all Christmas themed and it's all fitness, and I have 31 outfits, so I can. I have suits, I have sweaters, I have shorts, I have sweats, I have socks. So. It's one of my favorite times of year, and I know for a lot of people it could be depressing. So I'm just trying to spread joy, and uh, that's pretty much it. It was going to be a short show today. Los Angeles Dodgers are playing. I'm wearing this old school hat that I got when I went to a Dodger game long, long time ago, and they're playing against the San Francisco Giants. I'm not the biggest baseball fan, but I am a major Dodger fan. I couldn't tell you that I follow all the other teams. I do follow it when it's the playoffs. Um, who knows? Maybe one day I'll bring a baseball player on here, but I stay in my lane and I do a lot of different sports and play a lot of different sports. But baseball, I would say, is probably something that I it's because I never played it when I was young. I never played like little league or pony, and I actually wanted to be a boxer when I was a little kid. That I wanted my parents to put me in boxing or karate or kung fu. Um, I didn't have interest in baseball, but I love the Dodgers. I would love to see them win. LA definitely needs it. Last year we kind of got to celebrate, but not really because of COVID. There was no fans, and the Dodgers have already been denied for a while because of Houston and the cheating. And it would be nice to see them win a back to back, so then we could have conversations about, well, what if they didn't cheat? Could the Dodgers have been a really great dynasty? And for me, waiting so long for them to win, I mean, I remember being a little kid and seeing Kirk Gibson hit the home run in 1988, and there was like a drought in LA for so long, and it was such a crazy year. I remember Kobe. One of his last messages was like telling someone on the Dodgers to win it all, and then COVID happens and the Lakers win it, and the Dodgers win it the same year in LA, and really no one's there to watch it. Uh, in LA, it was I mean, what ended up happening is the cops let people go out on the streets and celebrate, stop them because with everything going on with the racial injustice and the lockdowns, I think they just let people blow off steam. But uh, I've been to all the Laker championships. Um, Even though I'm not a major hockey fan, I've gone to all the King Championships, the parades, and I've been there. And it's a great energy. LA definitely needs it. We're going through a lot right now, with just like everybody else is. But with so many people in LA, it'd be nice to have something to celebrate. And so the Dodger game starts today at 6:37 Pacific time zone, and I did have a guest today, Ricky. He unfortunately couldn't make it, but he's got a great story, and I look to have him on in the future. The only two future guests I could confirm is I have this girl Laura coming up who plays sports internationally for Team USA, but they're not your typical sports, and so it'll be fascinating to learn more about those sports and how you get that opportunity because they're all Team USA, and I'll be bringing on a couple more. And then besides that, I'm trying to think who else I have confirmed. I'd have to check in my schedule. I think that's it. That's all that I have confirmed. But I'm I have a bunch of people that are just checking the schedule, and you know me, I like to bring a variety, so I'll be bringing on more different coaches. And just thank you everybody for listening in. Thank you for the support. This is uh, Athletic Definition episode 30, and I went from just kind of not even sure about the show and what I could do or doing a show that now I have three shows. So I have uh, another show that I do with my friend Ty. It's called Drunks. It's right here on Fireside at 8 p.m. Pacific time zone every other day. We do a beer review, so please be sure to join us. We let you know what beer we're going to drink, and then after that, you could tell us about the beer if you liked it. We work out, and also I have one called the Football Examiner, where I just give my take on the football picks. And so far, if you listen to the show, I've been pretty accurate. I've been keeping track, so I'm losing maybe about 4, 5 games per week, which is pretty good overall. It's uh, better than a 70% for being an amateur. I mean, I have my experience of working in Vegas and just fantasy football and just my passion of the game. But if I had more time, I definitely that was the dream back then to be a professional gambler, and I don't want to do that now, but I definitely enjoy the games and just dissecting the players and everything about it. So, uh, thank you for joining episode 30. I look forward to more shows in the future and everyone that's been showing support on the podcast, on the YouTube channel. And if you would like to reach me, you can reach me at www.coachrazy.com. And that is my website. You can schedule a 30-minute free consultation if you're interested in working out and see if I'm the right fit for you. Besides that, you can find me on all the social medias with the same handle, Coach Razy, and that's on everything. So thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you next week with all new episodes.